¿Cómo estamos, gente? Bueno, bienvenidos a otra entrevista en el canal. El día de hoy tengo un invitado muy especial. Es de parte de la comunidad anglosajona. Así que con ustedes, Digital World Order. Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Another day, brother. Another day. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I'm so happy that I can actually talk with someone that belongs to the Digimon community around the world. So, long story short, this guy has a bunch of beepets. He has his own YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description. Of course, this is gonna be with subtitles in Spanish, but if you want to watch it in English, you're more than welcome. If you haven't checked his channel, go and check it out. He has a lot of socials, so I can assure you that he has awesome beepets. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you start with Digimon, and why do you like beepets?
So Digimon started with me around the release in the UK, 1999, I believe so, or 1998. Um, so at the time there was a massive Pokemon craze, and at the time I couldn't afford no Game Boy or anything like that. But then I saw Digimon, and I think because I had a love for Dragon Ball Z already, Digimon just it was more for me. I liked it the way that the stakes were much higher in the anime. And I did get a V-Pet first, but I was more in love with Digivices, yeah, like from the anime, if you know what I'm saying. So that was more what I was into at the time. So yeah, that's how it all started with me, and then it's been a ride since then.
Nice. So that's something that you guys had because back in my hometown we didn't get any VPETs, and still we don't have any VPETs yet. It's really hard to get them. So if I wasn't here in America, I wouldn't be able to buy any. What was your first VPET?
Okay, so the Virgin 2 was actually the first V-Pet I played because there was a Tamagotchi kind of craze also going on, and one of my friend's dad gave me a version 2. I didn't really play it that much because I wasn't really good at raising at that time. But when actually Digimon the series started and I got my Digivice, I got the version, the first version one in the matte colors, the blue colors, and that I played out because you walk around with that, you do
Mm.
battles, and there's less raising in that. But that was like my first proper experience playing a Digimon device.
All right. So wow, it's been quite a journey since we got the first VPETs. Um,
Mm.
how what would you say about the evolution of the BPETs and the Digivices?
Oh yeah, I think they've been great. The Digivice has obviously followed the anime, so I'll always love that because I would want a device from the anime itself. The Digimon V-Pets itself, personally, I think it was kind of slow, the actual evolution of it, because we just recently got the color devices. Um, but it's still something that I wasn't really used to when I was younger. I wasn't really good at raising the Digimon. I don't know if you know about Digimon World. Obviously, you know about Digimon World 1. That also, I wasn't really good at raising Digimon. I used to always get Numamon. So it was more of a Digivice journey at the start for me. It's more recently where I've got more into the VPETs, like raising Digimon and starting to get better at it, if you know what I'm saying.
100%, especially with the Digimon World one. Man, it was back in the day. It was really tough to understand the game, and it was so big that me as a kid. So what happened with me was, I'm from South America, all right. So if you want to get a original game, that would be way too expensive. So we got bootlegs from the games, and the one my mom got for me was in Japanese. So imagine a probably 11, 12-year old playing a game in Japanese, not having a clue of what he's doing. So I do know what you're talking about, the Digimon world. Um, so what would you say? it was the beeped, or what was the thing that made you rise Digimon again?
Um, so basically, I've always been into Digimon. It never left me. What got me back into VPets is like watching channels when YouTube started and it was quite big at the time. I was watching channels like ET Land and Digital Dream 09, and that kind of like got me more into the VPet side rather than the Digivice side. And then you got Humorless as well. He's done his website that gives you insight on how to raise Digimon and the stats they need to get to where they are. So that did make it easier. Even with the games, when I was younger, it was Digimon Rumble Arena I was more into than actual the world games. Because I'll give you my experience with the world games. I already said I always used to get Numamon. But in this country, they advertised the game like it was the anime game because the front cover had all the anime characters in it. Like the anime Digimon in it. And
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, I'm thinking I'm buying the anime game. And when I played it, and I just kept getting Numamon, I was like, he's supposed to go to Greymon. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I had linear Digivolution. So that's why I wasn't really into them type of things. I was more into the battle side. So Rumble Arena, all that lot. And then later down in life, I was a bit much older, had my own business, and I was watching like Digital Dream 09, ET Land, XOXO. These channels kind of got me into the VPEX, if you know what I'm saying, a bit more, and gave me a better understanding on how they work.
So, what would you say is your favorite beeped to race? Let's do top three. I think that's easier.
Okay, so if you go into the VPET side, my favorite VPET is the Pendulum Progress series. Have you heard of them?
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, they have the Digivice sprites, and they're much more detailed, and I like that. So I've got all three versions, and they're my favorite at the moment. If you go to Digivices, is the OG Digivice, the English one. That's by far the best for me. I got the nostalgia, the memories, and obviously we got the new color version. That's good, but it still doesn't give me the same feeling that I have when I play the OG Digivice.
So, how did you deal with the fact that in the original beepeds, whenever the battery died, you lose all of your progress? How do you take that?
Okay, yeah, so yeah, that was a bit of an issue because then you have to start all over again. Especially with the Digivices, like you go so far on the map with all the steps you do. And when I was young, I used to actually go for walks and stuff to do the steps. And then the battery dies, and then you've literally lost all that progress. So yeah, it was a bit of an annoying thing, but it's good now that they've put the save
Hmm.
feature into these devices, so it keeps your progress.
100%.
But when you're a child, it doesn't affect you as much as when you're an adult. So if we had that type of technology when we was adults, we would probably get more annoyed. But yeah, it was a bit annoying. But I still did. I managed to complete the first Digivice.
Wow. Oh,
Um, yeah, I still managed to complete it and go to the end for the final Digivolution.
nice. I mean, back in the day, it was a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like, unlike now, I think this is how I see it. I think that probably I don't want to talk for you, but I'm talking for myself. Is that you did enjoy things way more than I do now. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree with that. It's because it was like we did so much things outside, isn't it? Now we expect the best, and like we'll get annoyed if something's not good with a VPET, or like the recent Monster Hunter VPETs, um, like the recoloring of sprites and stuff like that. If we were younger, we probably wouldn't have an issue with that. But now we're older, we expect it to be better. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
let
definitely.
let me ask you this, because this is something I've been struggling a little bit with. Is that how do you feel with Bandai doing so much for Tamagotchi and not as much for Digimon. Like for example, the Tamagotchi Uni, like that thing is like it's great. It has a bunch of features and stuff. How do you feel about it?
Oh well, in a way, it's like why they're doing this? They should be giving them type of features to the Digimon. But then again, it was the first kind of VPET, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
So it's like they got more love for that. If you know, it's like their first creation in that genre. So I can understand why they're doing that. And but yeah, it does get a little bit annoying that the features that are coming to Digimon are very slow, if you know what I'm saying. But I think what they do with Digimon, they concentrate more on other parts of the IP, like the games, the card
The
game,
card
and
game.
stuff like that, and they give less money, like less budget towards the actual VPETs, if you know what I'm saying. Whereas Tamagotchis, that's what they mostly concentrate on, just the devices, right? There's not really that much games. I mean, there's a game coming out now, but there's not that much that Tamagotchi does outside of the actual devices, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I haven't seen it like that, and you're absolutely correct. I never thought about it, at least not the
Yeah.
way you just explain it. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna ask you something that's gonna be a little bit controversial and super personal. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Um, Vital bracelet, bro. What do you think about what happened with the vital bracelet?
That was the missed opportunity, man. I'm just upset it got discontinued. You know, like I kind of my first Digimon channel, not the one I'm running now, the one before that. The one that actually merged with this channel now, it started with the Vital Bracelet, and
Really?
that device, yeah, it actually started. That was my first video. I think was unboxing the Vital Bracelet, and then my second video was the Pendulum Z.
Damn.
And yeah, in my opinion, the Vital Bracelet is one of the best devices they've released, but they mismanaged it so much to the point that people just lost interest. You know, uh, and I think the main things that killed it was getting rid of the original app.
Yes.
And then in the and then in the second device, they got rid of the versus dim card. You know, the VS dim card where
Mm-hmm.
you can battle each other. Yeah, that's where think it went all downhill. If you know what I'm saying.
Damn, bro. I think you and I feel the same way because I opened my channel. Like my first video wasn't anything with the vital bracelet, but my idea was to fully focus on the vital bracelet, and then they just killed it. Like, and I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going over there, but in South America, uh, nowadays people are making tournaments with the vital bracelet or the vital hero because they became really really cheap.
Oh yeah, that's same thing happening here. They're gone. You can get a vital hero for like £3 to £6 here, which
What?
is pretty cheap. Yeah, you're getting all of this. At one point, a
Damn.
lot of shops were clearing out vital bracelet BE stock, and you can get them for like a tenner, 15 quid, and stuff like that. So it was upsetting for me. It was upsetting for me to see that.
Bro, I spent so much money with those things and just
Yeah,
wow, wow, man, damn.
yeah. But the thing is, the good thing is we got a community
Sorry.
that carries on. So good.
Sorry, no, go ahead. I'm just raising a different
Yeah, yeah.
comment.
So yeah, we got a community that keeps like devices alive. I don't know if you know that the Vital Hero got a custom firmware recently.
Mm-mm.
You don't know that?
Mm.
Okay, I was actually gonna do a video on it, but I've been super busy recently with work and stuff. But recently, there's been a Vital Hero um, soft modification that's kind of changed a lot of things on it and given extra backgrounds and stuff. And there's two versions of it: a Digivice version and a VPET version. And with the Digivice version, you can like once you get the stats, you can digivolve your Digimon at will, like you know, like the anime. Yeah, so they keep the community keep things alive. I'm just hoping someone makes an app so then we can all fight each other online and stuff like that, like battle each other and still raise our Digimon normally, you know?
Man, that will be so crazy. But with the Digimon community, you never know. because there's so much great people in the community that does so much crazy stuff, like Digimon World, for example. Like it,
Yeah.
that opens a lot of gates for people around the world to be able to complete evolution paths, just being tournaments and stuff like that. And hopefully, someone's watching this and knows about uh, programming and stuff. That will be great. You would definitely have a bunch of support, not only from the UK but also from the Latin American community, because it was such a huge loss, man. Honestly,
Yeah, it was definitely vital bracelet. Losing that was painful. Was definitely painful.
it was. It was, but I don't wanna be sad for the entire interview, or maybe sad is not the right
Yeah, yeah,
word. You know, like
yeah.
you just a couple minutes.
Negative, negative. That's the
No,
word.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Um, you mentioned the a Monster Hunter collaboration a couple minutes ago. I haven't got
Yeah.
in mind yet. So, what do you think about it?
Personally, I like the device. Is the what's that word? Breath of fresh air. If you know what I'm saying.
Hmm?
Yeah, a lot of people did get annoyed with the recolored sprites, but I personally don't have that much of an issue with that. In my actual review, I say that because I want other people to know, because I know people's expectations are a bit high, isn't it? So I wanted them to know that yeah, there is recolored sprites. But I kind of liked it myself. You know what I'm saying? It's high definition sprites. Um, the sounds on it were nice. I still play with it today. I've unlocked the cross Digimon, if you know what I'm saying. The cross Monster Hunter and
Hmm.
the Greymon and the Garurumon version. So yeah, I personally like the device itself, but it's not a big hit within the Digimon community.
Well, funny you say that, because I started playing Monster Hunter because I bought those with my friends, because I never played Monster Hunter before.
Oh, you
The
never played it before?
Never played that before. I wish I had.
Oh yeah,
I wish I had though.
yeah. Yeah, it's a good game. I enjoyed that game. That's another YouTuber that got me into that game. Was I mentioned her before? Is ET Land. I don't know if you've heard of her. She does at the moment she does all like emulation and stuff like that now. But she kind of started her channel in Digimon and stuff.
Oh really?
And I was in her Discord, and she got me into Monster Hunter, and I used to play online with her a little bit and the whole team there. And then after that, I couldn't stop playing.
Well, she's more than welcome to just come around, talk a little bit in the channel if she wants. Because it's always good to see another point of view about the franchise,
Yeah,
Monster Hunter.
definitely.
Yeah, I've been playing that because of one of my friends. I bought the game because he said it's a really good game. We should play it, and I was like, we definitely should. But you know, like when you grow up and you have responsibilities, like you barely have the time to do the things you want to do. And if anybody in the audience is a parent or has pets or whatever, like life changes. Also, bills,
Yeah,
responsibilities.
yeah,
But
definitely. I mean, I've got three kids as well, so yeah, that's definitely. I just recently got a Switch too, and I've played it for about 3 hours so far. So yeah, time is definitely hard to get.
it is, man. It's nuts.
Yeah,
It's nuts. Okay, so you do like the collaboration.
yeah. I personally like the myself. I like the collaboration, but when I do like video reviews, like quick reviews, I like to be honest about it and tell people what is on the device that I know other people will think that is lackluster. If you know what I'm saying. So I don't want to hype something up
Hmm.
just because of my bias, and then people buy it and then suddenly be upset with it and it'd be like, oh, you told me it was good. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be like fully transparent in what I think about a device and what I think others will think about a device.
Well, hopefully I'm gonna get mine soon. Where did you bought it from?
Okay, so I got my original pair I got from Okini Land. their shop front in Japan, their online shop in Japan. So I got that pretty quick. I got another pair, two pairs come. Oh, sorry, I got another pair coming from Zenin TCG. It's just been shipped recently because they had a massive delay.
They did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
only.
tend to go to Japanese storefronts because I want to get the device as quick as possible. But I also buy from Zenin just to show my support, and then I'll sell that device on, if you know what I'm saying.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't like everything I buy. Maybe because I'm South American, bro. It's really hard for me to get rid of. So I don't see myself selling any of my beepets just because like I got attached to some of them
Yeah.
more than others. Like for example, um, where's he at? This one right here. That was my first vital bracelet, which I lost
Oh,
sadly,
oh, okay.
and
Oh, damn.
all the other ones you see, my cat ate the bands. Yeah, it was
Yeah, cats are the worst when it comes to devices. I got
damn.
three.
You have three cats?
Yeah, well, I got three cats that actually, and one feral cat that I kind of adopted that came out from the
Wow,
wild. But
nice.
yeah, altogether it's four, but three that belong to me.
How do you do it?
Oh, they're all right. So I live in a big house, so like
Okay.
with other people here, so they're all over the place. But I try to keep them away from my Digimon display here, if you know, because this
Understandable.
display I've got is new. Yeah, so I'll keep them away from this.
Damn. And I'm bitching about one cat, man. Imagine. Oh, another thing.
I mean,
Don't.
they go on, go on, go on.
Okay, thank you. Don't worry about saying bad words in my channel. Like, I don't care. Also, there's a little secret. After the first 6 minutes, YouTube doesn't care of what you say. So we're way past the 6 minutes. So we're fine if you want to say any bad words. You don't have to, but
I don't. You know, when you become a father, you try to reduce your bad words, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why even in my channel, you can hear I never say a bad word. Um, it's also because I believe in like also trying to keep Digimon alive. So you need the next generation as well, and I don't want to keep swearing if there's youngers watching my videos, if you know what I'm saying.
see, guys, you should follow him because he's a good influence. Unlike me, I'm not a good influence, guys. I'm not. I try to be a good guy, but I'm not a good influence at all because oh my god.
I have no issue with other people swearing. I have literally no issues, but I try to cut it down myself, you know, because before I got married, I used to swear a lot. So I had to cut that down a lot. So I tried to get used to saying like, you know, the substitute
Yeah.
swear words, if you know what I'm saying, that are not actually swear words.
You know what they say, man? Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's a fact, bro.
yeah, that's definitely a fact. Yeah,
Alrighty. So we went from Digimon to being married. I don't know what just happened down there, but
it's
um,
conversations, bro. Conversations. That's how they work.
oh man, just made me realize that I curse a lot. Okay, I say a lot of bad words, but just
It's fine.
it's so my stepdad being in the army, maybe it has something to do with it. And don't get me wrong, he's a fucking great guy. I fucking love that guy and respect him as much as I can. But of course, we weren't saying like the really bad words, but every once in a while, like they were just saying any random word. And now I became a stepdad, and I explain
Yeah,
my stepkids that if I say a bad word, they shouldn't be saying those words around other adults, family members, because it's just not correct. So if they're gonna go that path, which I wish they don't,
yeah,
they need to be really clever. Who are they saying those words around?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I like I said at the start, and when I had my first two like kids, I was still swearing a lot. And one time they said it at school, so that's when I was like, okay, this is kind of. I have to go back a little bit now. I need to sort myself out.
Oh man, growing up sucks, bro.
Yeah,
It sucks.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Especially everything that happens, even the body starts to stop working. No, it didn't work like it used to.
Mm-mm. Yeah, bro. I was born in the '90s, so tell me about it, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Meaning 1990s,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like 1992 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I was born in '86, but I'm still classed as a '90s kid.
Yeah, no, man. It's crazy. I remember when I was in my early 20s. Damn, bro. Life was different. Like my main concern was just college, and that was pretty much it. But
Okay, college, yeah,
funny
yeah. I
story.
only lasted college for about 2 weeks, so yeah,
No, no,
I was a very naughty boy when I was younger.
no, bro. Like what happened was I went to law school in my country, but sadly, law is different here in America. So if I want to become a lawyer here, I would have to start all over again. And let me tell you this: college in America is not cheap at all. It's crazy expensive.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's wrong
Yeah,
with them. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like there's plenty of good things about this country, but there's also a lot of crazy stuff going on. So
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, each country has their own problems, isn't it? I mean, we had college was free here, but then if you go to a certain age, then college costs money, and then university costs a lifetime of repayments. If you know what I'm saying.
So when you say college, what do you mean? Because university, it's college here.
So here we got primary school, which is up, I think up to the age of 10, 11. And then you got secondary school, which will be up to the age of 15, I believe 15, 16. And then after that, you got college. After college, then there's university.
Gotcha. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't make it like anywhere close to that. After secondary school, I went into college and I was there for 2 weeks and I got kicked out. So yeah, after that I went straight into work.
I mean, bro, as long as you're happy, happy, if you know what I mean. Because ups and
Yeah, yeah.
downs in life, man. Like you gotta keep
Yeah, yeah,
moving.
yeah.
That's all you got left. And
And
you,
that's where Digimon comes in because every time I sway too far into the dark path, Digimon kind of always brought me back. Digimon and Dragon Ball, like when something new will come out of Digimon of Dragon Ball, I was always drawn back, and I'll forget that kind of like because I'm where I live. I'm kind of like living in the ghetto, in England. It's like South London, Croydon area. So I used to get into a lot of trouble, but then Digimon and Dragon Ball Z will always bring me back to like being at my house and doing the things I love that I actually love. You know what I'm saying?
yes, bro. Believe it or not, yes, yes. Dragon Ball. I mean, I know this is a Digimon channel, but
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. Have you watched the last one?
Super
No, Daima.
Diamond. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It just gave me the old school vibes that
Yes, a little
you
bit.
know, like yeah. I personally think is Super was all about fighting and it was a bit silly. Um, but Diamond was about what Dragon Ball is about. It was
Yeah.
about journey with purpose. If you know what I'm saying, other people might not agree with me, but I'm an OG Dragon Ball fan. So I started on Dragon Ball before it even come to the UK, and we're talking about young Goku Dragon Ball.
No, same,
And I was
same.
watching even Dragon Ball Z in subtitles, or dubbed by Chinese people and then Dragon Ball Z came to this country. If you know what I'm saying. So that I've got a big heart for that franchise. That's why I was more into Digimon than Pokemon at the time, because Digimon reminds me more of the stakes in Dragon Ball. You know, like saving the world, having a partner, the bonds, friendship.
Yeah, bro. Like, what do you think? What do you think about the original Dragon Ball?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I started with. Before even, because the Dragon Ball never came to the UK. It started as Dragon Ball Z,
Oh
but
shit!
I was getting like a yeah, I was getting things because I had links back in the day, and I was getting these things. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're called VCD.
Yes, 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 yes.
Um,
Woo!
yeah, I used to get VCDs of Dragon Ball, and I was watching that, and I was watching in Japanese with subtitles. But Dragon Ball Z, when that came to me in VCDs, it started off subtitles, then it was dubbed by Chinese people in English, and it was so weird, but it was still understandable. And then suddenly it came onto Cartoon Network
Damn,
in this country. Yeah, so I was already ahead of some of the people here, if you know what I'm saying.
bro. Something that's always in my mind about the original Dragon Ball, because we got it in Spanish. But
Mm.
there's this scene when Goku is looking for the water, like the sacred water, not with Master Karin, like the other thing he was looking for. He fights against Master Roshi, which is not Master Roshi, and he's climbing off a cliff, and then Master Roshi starts kicking Goku's face, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? And I watched that like, because when I first watched Dragon Ball, the original one, I was way too young.
Yeah,
So I rewatched it when I was probably in my early 20s, probably like 19. And
yeah.
I don't know if you remember the scene I'm talking about. Like,
Dude, you know the thing is, I do kind of remember that scene, but there's a lot of weird things in Dragon
it
Ball
is.
because it was early Japanese anime, and a lot of early Japanese anime was weird.
It
And
was.
there was like some scenes that are questionable. That if I was watching it recently, some episodes, and I was like, oh damn, was that actually in it? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, that's a bit weird. But it's Dragon Ball, isn't it? It was the way it was. Dragon Ball didn't change the anime scene. Dragon Ball Z changed the anime scene, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball, the original, was more like the older anime with a bit of comedic in it,
Yeah.
but it was also very pervy, if you know what
It
I'm saying.
was. It was, man.
Yeah,
But you know,
yeah, but don't think Digimon has that as well. Like Digimon's got next level perviness in it as well, if you know what I'm saying. So it was just, I think it was just the style that the guys did over there at the time. But if you look past that, the fights and all that lot, it's actually quite good.
yeah, no, it was different.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
definitely
it
different.
was different. I think nowadays they wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
show what they did back then. You know, like the
no, not at all,
80s,
not at
90s.
all.
You know, yeah, because
Yeah,
it was a whole different thing.
I mean,
Alrighty,
even Pokemon had some weird episodes that
it
got
did,
banned from the UK.
it did.
Yeah, yeah. So it was just the way their style was at that time. They loved to be pervy back then.
But I mean, you know, like there's some episodes, Pokemon related that, for example, when James he dresses up as a girl, like he has his giant, you know,
Yeah, yeah. That got banned from this country.
really, damn,
Yeah,
okay.
that episode didn't even air in this country. Yeah, it got banned. There's quite a few episodes that got banned from this country. But yeah, like I said, there was so much questionable scenes within anime back in them days that
But I
it
mean,
just won't fly today.
as a kid, like I remember when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's odd. You know, like that's weird, but that's about it because I was actually enjoying the episode and everything that was behind just that specific. So, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just we're from another.
as kids, it's easy to look past them weird things. You know what I'm saying? Because you're more into the combat or the story part of
Exactly.
it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Whereas now you're just like, what the hell is this all about?
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
if you rewatch, I don't know anything, anything from back then now,
yeah,
you definitely can see there's something behind, and I mean it's what it is. You know, it's not gonna change. But
yeah,
at the same time, I'm so grateful that I was born, the year I was born, '93, by the way. Um,
yeah,
because there wasn't so much censorship in my country. Like some shows, like whatever that was made for, I mean by four kids, that had a bunch of
yeah.
censorship. But anything else, like it was crazy, bro. When I, like, have you ever watched Shin
Yeah.
Chan?
Shin Chan. Oh, you know what? That used to come on. What channel he used to come on? But that guy was unhinged, bro. That guy was
It was
unhinged.
crazy, bro. And I remember I used to watch that with my mom, and I was probably around like
Yeah,
probably 5 or 6. And my mom, like, there were certain scenes when like Chin Chan was doing, weird stuff. I'm not gonna
yeah.
say what he was doing just cause, but
Oh man, yeah.
my mom was like, "What are we watching?" But then we went to another different scene and we were laughing together, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, good old
Like the
days."
main scene I remember because it used to come on advertisement was Shin Chan going to the doctor and saying there's something wrong with my bum, and he shows him and he goes, "It's cracked." And I was like, this guy is so off the chain, bro. I was like, what is this guy? Who made this cartoon? But it was funny at the time, so
Yeah, no, it's
it was
funny.
just crazy.
Yeah,
But it won't fly today. It won't fly. If
no.
someone made something like that today, it just won't happen.
No, bro, hell no. Like, so let's be honest, and I'm gonna. Okay, what minute are we in? Okay, we're fine. So this series, if you haven't watched it, it was an anime. It was called Crayon Shinshan. Um, really funny looking. Like jokes were like, um, probably not for kids. Again, don't get me wrong. I love that show. I fucking love that show. I even opened the Shinshan Tamagotchi and shit just because of my mom actually. But bro, there's scenes like when he's like just dancing naked, and that's all I'm gonna say, bro. I'm not gonna get into details, but
It was weird, man. It was weird, but it was funny though. But it was weird. Like you try watch it now, you're just like, nah, I can't watch this, bro.
I think that when I was watching all of that, I was watching it like a kid. Like, um,
Yeah,
he was a really naughty kid, like a really misbehaved kid. But that was it. Like he wasn't like, okay, he used to flirt a lot with older ladies.
yeah,
Oh, that's what it came from. That's what it came from then.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
What you flirting with all the
Oh, my girl is like way older than me. So
Yeah, that's probably what etched it into you. If you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
I need to talk to my mom after the interview and tell her it's her fault. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god.
Yeah,
All right.
yes, man.
Oh man. Good old days, bro. Good old days. Good old
Yeah,
days.
good old days. Good old days are good times, man.
Alrighty, let's go back to Digimon because oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We went way off track. It's
We
like a
did.
podcast.
No, I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind it, but then I remember I have to translate this manually. And it's like, damn, you know.
Or what? YouTube don't do it automatically.
No, because YouTube only does it if you have like a news channel or informative channel or something like that. If not, it doesn't.
Okay,
At least here in America, it doesn't.
okay.
Yeah, so
That's gonna be a while.
I'm gonna do it. I don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna take me a bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna do it. So you better give a fucking like, okay? Because you have no idea how long that takes. You have no clue.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, Digimon. Um,
Digimon.
what's your favorite Digimon season?
It has to be 0102 for me.
No,
Like the whole.
no,
Yeah,
no
I'm
zero
not Tamer's
two.
guy.
I'm
No, you see, the
okay.
thing is,
I'm okay. If you
I'm
don't
not
like
Tame.
Tamers, I'm okay. But 02?
I,
Why?
I see Zero Two had its issues, but you got to understand. I watched it when I was a kid. We don't see them issues. You know what I'm saying? We just see the continuation of the story. Yeah, there was a bit of like the parts that never made sense, but it was still what I grew up with. If you know what I'm saying.
I was
So
having
even
such a good time with you, bro. I was having such a good time. Damn. Okay, let
But
me.
no, 01. If you want to do it, 01 is definitely my favorite of all of them. And then the continuation into Kizuna and all that lot. It just all fits in perfectly for me. I'm not a Tamers fan because in Tamers, 01 and 02 is a TV show,
It's a
so it
TV
kind of
show.
like yeah, so it kind of like ruined the flow for me, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay, so
I'm into continuation, or if it's an alternate universe or something like that, like Yu-Gi-Oh. You got Yu-Gi-Oh, and then Yugi Moto passes the torch to Jaden and GX. It's kind of like all in the same
mm,
universe, if you know what I'm saying. But they made 01 and 02 a TV show in Tamers, and I just wasn't having that. Like I was just like, no, you can't be doing that as a kid.
it's completely respectable and understandable, but people that watches my channel knows that I have a problem with 02.
Yeah,
Okay, let me tell you why though. So
God.
probably I don't know, like probably a year ago or so, I was gonna do a series on my channel about rewatching all of the Digimon series, and for some reason I started with 02 because back in the day I remember it was awesome, bro. Like everything was so fucking great, like the DNA evolutions. But when I rewatched it, and this is something that really hurt me because I remember when I was a teenager, probably, um, the DJ evolution scene was like the best thing ever, bro. Like it was so epic. But
Yeah.
when you watch that thing for like I don't know 10 episodes in a row, it's annoying, and I get it. There's people that likes it, and here I have to say I have this subscriber that he's really young. He's not even in his 20s yet. He
Yeah.
loves Digimon. He loves Digimon 02, and he gets mad at me because I'm always joking about 02. Um, but I don't know. It's just I tried, and maybe in the future I'm gonna do a video about 02 just because I wanna. I feel I have to do it. You know.
Yeah, you know what, bro? I can understand what you're saying because if I was to go, like, I have rewatched 02, and I do skip certain parts where it's just like repetitive. Um, but that's me as an adult, isn't it? But
Yep.
I'm talking about my experience as a kid.
Oh.
Like getting the D3 Digivice. When I got that Digivice, the actual device itself. I was so happy, and it was just like, yeah, I got Davis's color, and I'm gonna be Vmon, and like for me, like a lot of good Digimon came out of 02, but now, yeah, is I will skip certain parts because it's just like too repetitive for me. Um, but again, that's us watching it as an adult. Even the reboot 2020, I just couldn't. I watched it, but I just couldn't get into it like I used to when I was young.
I mean, yeah, and I. It's really like, it's odd because most people love Tamers. Like most of the Digimon fandom thinks that's, if not the best, one of the best seasons. And I'm not saying anything about 01 because like nostalgia, and because that was the first thing you got, and the first time I watched it was here in America because I came here for a vacation when I was probably like 5 or 6. I don't remember. Um,
Mm.
so I heard the Digi rap. So that was my main thing with Digimon back in the day. But then when
Yeah,
you listen to the either the Japanese or the Spanish version, It's a whole different thing. So I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
anything about
definitely.
Zero One, but I don't know what I respect your POV honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely to do with the age of when you're watching this, because you're more critique when you're older. You're
Yeah.
definitely more critique when you're older. When you're young, you're ready for them battles. You know, you're ready to watch what's happening next. What's the next? What are the DigiDestin gonna do next? And you know, at the end of the episode, it ends. All you do is wait for that next episode. Whereas now everything's easy accessible. And then also you're more critique on stuff. Like me and personally, I'm waiting for Ghost Game to be dubbed because I just can't get into it with sub at the moment.
Oh.
I've not watched it. Yeah, I just can't get into it. Like I've got a bit older and my eyes ain't as good as they were before. So
Come on, come on. You're
reading.
not that old, bro. You're not that old.
No, no, but my eyes have no. But I've done a lot of like gaming in my time, so my eyes ain't like. You know what I have to do? I have to like pause the thing to read the subtitle, and that kind of ruins the immersion. If you know what I'm saying. So now that Ghost Game is getting dubbed, and it should be coming out soon. I think we got with the will said that it's going to be coming out.
How
I'm
many
definitely going to be watching them.
how many
Go
episodes
on.
did you watch?
Like 3 episodes, and I was just like, "No, I can't do this, man. This I just don't feel immersed enough because of the subtitles. I just need it dubbed now these days."
Bro, you're gonna hate Bandai for what they did because
Okay.
I watched like I haven't watched it all. I watched like the first probably 12 episodes and then just went straight to the last two. Um, they were, bro, they are great. Like the first time Gamamon Digivolves, it was
Yeah.
so epic. It was so epic. It was great.
Yeah.
But then they did this weird thing about just, they didn't cancel the show, but they kind of did. To put a new show with the something really similar to the Vital Hero or whatever.
Okay.
You'll see what I'm talking about because it had.
Digimon in itself doesn't. They don't know how to end their shows. Personally, I think the only thing they got it right with is the end of the 01
Yeah.
era. Like recently. But other shows, they find it very difficult to do the endings. If you know what I'm saying. Even have you read Seekers? I did a audio on it. Digimon Seekers.
Most of it, but I
Yeah.
watched
So
all
that
of the like whatever they were doing, like the trailers and stuff.
yeah. So like even the ending of that, they didn't nail it. It was just a terrible ending for me. That's a show I think that should be live action.
They should, bro.
And yeah, because that's more for the adult people, like the adult audience, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I just seen recently they cannot nail an ending well, if you know what I'm saying.
You have a point.
Yeah,
You do have a point.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It's like they get sick and tired of doing that show and they want to end it and they just end it kind of like abruptly, if you know what I'm saying. It's like what type of ending was that?
Yep, you said it. You said it. What else to say, bro? It's a fact, bro. It's sadly it's what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, man. It's just it hurts. I'm not gonna lie because um whenever you start watching Ghost Game,
Yeah,
you're gonna see that in the first part of the show there's so much character development, even though it's like a Scooby-Doo episode when you caught the bad guy and go for the next one. But even though at first they do develop that, and then at the end of it, it's like the only thing they kept, it was like Gamamon. And
yeah.
even though, but
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the dub before I give my full like kind of like thoughts on Ghost Game. Obviously they got a new anime coming. It seems to be about music, but yeah, once they do the dub, I'm gonna sit down and watch it properly, and I'm gonna give a proper take on what I think of Ghost Game.
let me know what you think.
Yeah, definitely will do.
Let me know what you think. Uh, okay, so what do you think about the 02 ending? Not the movie, but the show.
Are you talking about when they're running with their kids and stuff like that, or just the way the?
No, when they're running with their kids and stuff.
I mean, for me, it was a good ending because, like I said, I watched it as a kid, innit? So I thought it was a good ending. It was a bit, it seemed a bit rushed. Uh, like
Yeah,
even the last fights and stuff, it all seemed a bit rushed for me, and it was like, oh, it's already ending, if you know what I'm saying. And it was kind of sad for me that it was already concluded. I just wanted it to carry on a bit more, but yeah, I think they gave us closure once we're adults with all the recent stuff that they brought out. Um, so yeah, I think we got our closure now. But it's a bit like Yu-Gi-Oh. You know the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh. Have you watched Yu-Gi-Oh?
I actually rewatched the first season. I just finished it up yesterday.
Yeah, and we kind of at the end it felt like it kind of rushed the ending. But with that recent movie, not recent, but that movie that they brought out, it kind of gave us closure as adults. Like,
When
it's that same feeling. Like we didn't have, there was the movie where they're trying to get the pharaoh back and all that lot, and
yes. That
yeah, yeah, and
was
he comes right at the end. Yeah, and that was kind of like the closure we needed,
I
and
really
that's kind of
like
like what Zero Two was.
I really
So
like
go on, sorry.
no no I really like. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I really like
That's all right.
when they the final duel between
Yeah,
Atom and Yugi. I liked it a lot because I'm a huge TCG fan, like
yeah,
big time.
yeah,
And Yu-Gi-Oh was my first TCG, so now the new TCG, I don't even want to go there, but the one who knows about what happened with Yu-Gi-Oh. But
yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! The TCG just went downhill, in my opinion.
man, it's not what it used to be. And don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, like
definitely.
they like if they did things a little bit better, even with the pendulums and every crazy new car they have, they could have done it better.
Yeah,
But
definitely. I mean, I've watched Jules recently, and they just seem to be like click of a finger and it's ended. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Whereas back in the day, the duels used to like a TCG match in Yu-Gi-Oh used to last longer and it used to be more intense.
did you have a specific archetype for your decks in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Which was it?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, yeah, I used to just play the TCG from like the first anime. After that, I didn't really understand it too well. So it's like I did have an Egyptian god card deck, made a raw deck, and I used to just play. It was like casual play, but now it's like all this different stuff. I just couldn't understand it, and I used to just get my ass whooped by my brother. So I was just like, yeah, leave this now.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, but the
Yeah, I don't
question.
know about because archetype, even the word archetype, that's like a new thing, isn't it? It's like it wasn't from the OG. No one ever said that word in the OG TCG when Yu-Gi-Oh was first around.
Let me rephrase what I said. So you know
Okay.
that Kaiba used to run a dragon deck.
Yeah.
Okay, something like that. Because back in the day, I used to
Yeah.
have I used to have a beast deck, and
Okay. Yeah.
Behemoth was my strongest card.
Okay. I
So
see what
any
you're saying. Yeah.
favorite
No,
type?
it probably would have been magicians, to be honest.
Okay.
If we're to say it like that, because like I said, Atem, the Yami Yugi
Yami
was
Yugi.
my favorite character. Yeah, he was my favorite character. I'm
Same.
I'm that type of person where I like to follow, even though the rules in the anime were different. I like to follow what the anime does, just like Digimon. Like you see me, I love the Digivices because of the anime, and I'm not as much into VPets, even though now I am. But I'm talking about back then, if you know what I'm saying.
Bro, we came here for Digimon and we end up talking about like a little bit of
Yu-Gi-Oh
everything,
again.
like Oh man.
But that's anime in general, innit? Like, if you're gonna talk about one anime, other animes are gonna drop in because you use them as an example.
Okay, how about Berserk?
Berserk is that anime? No, I've not. I don't. I don't think I've watched that one.
Let me see if I can.
No.
No, I that this. If you recognize this, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I recognize the symbol, but I've not watched Berserk. I'll tell you the animes that I've kind of like watched is like obviously you got Dragon Ball and its a whole entirety. You got Digimon and its most of its entirety. Then you got Yu-Gi-Oh, Naruto, Bleach, Trigun.
Oh,
What
Trigun,
else was there?
beautiful.
Yeah, Death Note. Um, what else was there? I've watched quite a few animes, but I wasn't like all the way that I went like some people they go very deep into anime and they watch all sorts. I didn't go that too deep into it because I also have shows that come from America and Japan and stuff like Super Sentai and Power Rangers is another thing on this side. You know what I'm saying? So I was all over the place, but mainly is the ones I've mentioned is the animes I've watched.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like these even these new ones, Juju Kaisen. I've not been able to get into them.
It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah. It's like when you see something that copies a lot of the anime that you've watched previously, it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, been there, done that. If you know what I'm saying.
I think nowadays
Mm.
we're gonna see it all over again, but it really depends how good they do it. And
Yeah, exactly.
something I like about Jujutsu Kaisen was like one the main character, because he's really
Mm.
mysterious at first and he seems OP, but then you understand why. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's fine. Or
Yeah, yeah.
Demon Slayer. I remember my first job here, no, second job here. Everyone was like, "Oh no, it's the best anime ever." I was like, "I'm gonna watch it," and it's it's fine. Animation is beautiful,
Yeah.
but other
My
than
daughter loves my daughter loves that show.
yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. I liked it,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's not my favorite.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Me personally, I prefer Bleach, but yeah, it's okay. I've watched a couple episodes. It's fine.
Have you watched um Cowboy Bebop?
Cowboy Bebop I haven't watched, but it is on my list when I get time because it's something I missed out and everybody said I missed out on.
You should. Don't watch the Netflix adaptation. It's just disrespectful.
Okay.
But watch the anime. It's not that long. It's like
Yeah.
24 or 27 episodes. But it's like
Yeah, yeah. I definitely I missed out on that one, but I'm definitely gonna watch that one because so many people saying it. I mean, I've watched. Have you know about Guyver, innit?
whom?
Guyver is another anime. It's a very short anime. I think they did a remake of it as well. That
No,
was a bit longer.
not really.
Guyver Bio Boosted Armor or something like that. Yeah, that's like a very old anime. So they even did American movies on it and stuff like that. Two movies on it. So like I have my animes that I watch. There's just some I just couldn't get into. I don't
No,
know. Sometimes it's like One Piece. I couldn't get into it because Luffy wasn't appealing to me. It's the way he looked. I just couldn't get into it. If you know what I'm saying. So is I'm a bit of a weird person like that. Is with the character, the main two or three characters have to try draw me in, and then I'll start watching it. If you know what I'm saying.
yes. Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I remember One Piece. I was watching that on time back in the day, and I was around episode 112,
Okay.
but it got so boring, bro. Like I just couldn't keep
Yeah.
watching it. I just couldn't. And now, like, one of my friends, two of my friends, like, you should definitely watch it or just read the manga. And I'm like, who knows? Who knows, bro?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows,
I don't
man?
know. I don't feel like it had enough emotion for me. You know, like Naruto, I got into that because it had
Oh,
quite a
was
lot of
are you talking about?
emotion with me. It's like,
Are you talking about
sorry, go on.
the first one or Shippuden one?
Naruto, original Naruto from when
Oh,
he was a child, and yeah,
oh,
that was perfect.
it was
And it drew
beautiful.
me in because he was like the underdog. And then he had to go past all of this abusive stuff just to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that drew me in.
Yeah, bro. It
Yeah,
was a whole like. Don't get me wrong. I like Shippuden, but I like the first one better.
yeah, definitely, 100%.
I
I
like the
agree with
first
that as
one
well.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Shippuden, I think Shippuden. I just did the manga on that one. I didn't watch the anime. I just did the manga, but with the original one, I started with the anime.
Well, I haven't read the manga of Naruto or Naruto Shippuden, but I like the
Yeah,
first anime better than the second one. Even though there's really good parts like Obito or
yeah,
Obito or however you guys pronounce it.
yeah.
I
Obito, yeah.
I liked it. I like what he represents.
But it was kind of like you could see that Toby was a Beto. Like, yeah, after you got Kakashi Gaiden the manga, you can kind of see that yeah, Toby is actually a Beto. He's not murderer. That's actually a Beto. If you know what I'm saying. So you kind of saw that coming out that that's who that was.
Really, because I haven't read the manga, so damn.
Yeah, because the manga came out, it was called Kakashi Gaiden, and it was about Kakashi's younger years, and you got to see the fourth Hokage
Oh,
how
gotcha.
being crazy as he is, yeah. Uh, and after that, him getting crushed and all of that, and the hairstyle, you was like, hey, Toby must be a beater, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like bait, if you know what I'm saying. It wasn't like as surprising as stuff that happened in the first anime, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, that's a fun fact I didn't know. Cause good to know though. Good to know. All right.
Yeah, let's move back to Digimon.
Yeah. Hey, sometime, whenever you want to talk about anime or whatever, we can do it in your channel if you want. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Just let me know. Digimon. So, if you could choose three Digimon partners, who would they be?
Right, so you follow my channel, isn't it? You know the first one is going to be Postmon.
I know,
It took me a while. It
but
took me a while to get actual.
Your Pulsemon
Go on, go on.
is not the yellow Pulsemon. Am I right?
Yeah, I call it the Emperor's Postmon. It's kind of like it absorbs the power of like the Emperor, and like it's basically his fur will go all black with blue eyes and kind of like the blue symbol on his chest and stuff. But yeah, it would be Postmon will be my first partner Digimon I would choose. Um,
Which evolution path would he follow?
it all depends on like on the mood, you know. If he carries on going like through the black color, he will go into Black Bogmon, Black Beltmon. But then after that, he'll go into Shroudmon. You know Shroudmon, isn't it? The
Of
red
course, yeah.
skull beast. Yeah, yeah. He'll go into that because this is more of like the dark evolution uh,
Can I tell you
of
a
Postmon.
secret?
But if you, yeah, go on.
He's one of my main three as well.
Who Postmon?
Yeah,
Is it? What's your reason for that? Because I got a reason as well. I just want to see if it's the same.
because he got me back into Digimon.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So me, it was I love Sonic as well, and like everything he reminded me of was Sonic, because I never really I used to like role play Matt, but I never used to have a Digimon of my own, if you know what I'm saying. And Pokemon just felt right for me, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, so that's why I had Postman as recently when he first come out. I was like, yeah, there, I finally found my partner Digimon. It's time to make my own character as well now.
Yeah, and that's something that I like about your socials is that he's your partner, and that's why
Yeah,
I know which version you're talking about.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
definitely. That.
dope. It's dope, bro.
Yeah. You said three, innit? You want me to pick three?
Or two, if you want.
Two. Okay, so Gamamon would be the next one. Yeah,
Okay.
but only his dark evolutions afterwards, because just looking at the line and the way they just look awesome, you know. So Gamamon into what's his name again? The Dark Evolution one. I keep forgetting, but let me get his name up.
Let
One
me
second.
look
We
it
can
up.
cut this out. Yeah, yeah. I think I got my phone. No, yeah, I'm using my phone to talk to you.
No, I'll look it up for you. Just give me 1 second. Gulus Gamamon is one of them.
Gallus, yeah. Oh, Gullus or Gallus. I use it. Gallus Gamamon, and that kind of Dark Evolution route. That's the one I'll pick as my second.
Alrighty.
And the third would probably be Gomamon, to be honest.
Gamamon. Oh,
Gomamon from Zero One.
he's from, yeah. Okay, so you like
Because
Deep Savers.
yeah, yeah, it's because like if I was to pick an evolution line, it would just be his linear one. Uh, because the last one I'm really a big fan of, the Viking type one. I keep forgetting the names because I'm not all off the top of my head, but
Well, most
Gomamon,
people, I think that the one you're talking about is called Vikemon.
Vikemon, that's it, yeah, Vikemon, yeah. So I'm a massive fan of Vikemon, so with the hammer and all that lot. So that would be Gomamon would probably be my third edition in this list.
So instead of three, you rather do two instead.
No, no. So we got three, isn't it? So we got Postmon, who is my absolute partner.
Yeah. Postmon,
Yeah. Then
Gamamon,
we got
and Gamamon. Okay,
Gamamon and Gomamon.
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be my three. I'll pick.
Well, I agree with you with Postmon 100%, because he's
Yeah.
one of, like, he's the one who got me back into the franchise. So
Yeah.
yes, Deep Savers. Well, those, I think those are Humulo's favorite ones as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah. I think he likes Deep Savers. I don't remember that much, but yeah.
No, I think they
Uh,
are. I think they are. And one of my friends
yeah.
as
I
well.
mean, I've not watched too much of his videos. I'm more into like 'cause I've been on his website a lot.
Most
Um.
Bro, most tamers,
Yeah.
we've been there before, for sure,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
for sure. So hopefully one day I'm gonna be able to talk to him and just make him a bunch of crazy questions and see what
Yeah,
he.
hopefully you get there, man.
Yeah, no, I wish, man. Like, it would be a dream come true, honestly, because for me, he's like the modern Bible of Digimon racing. So I'll do my best. I'll try. You never know.
Yeah,
Cause, like,
yeah,
for me right now, talking to someone, YouTube creator from Digimon, it was just impossible. Like, I thought that was never gonna happen, and here I am with you talking about Digimon, Dragon Ball, Naruto.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Leon. I'm not really a massive fan of like collabs myself. But when you came and asked me, I was like, yeah, definitely, bro. And you was like, oh, for the Latin community, I was like, yeah, 100%. But like, I've had people ask me before, and I've just been like, nah. And it's probably because of my experience of when I first come into Digimon YouTubing, and I've had a collabs with a certain YouTuber before, but then that YouTuber was a bit of a, I don't want to say, but he's a bit of a snake, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why I was a bit wary about doing any collabs with anybody, to be honest. But you've been a great guy ever since I met you
I
on the
try.
social media.
I
Yeah,
try.
so I know. Well, as soon as you asked me, I was just like, yeah, definitely, bro. Like, I didn't even hesitate to think. I just like, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Bro, I appreciate it. I appreciate it big time. And here's the thing, and you probably know this better than me. And I'm gonna
Mm,
tell you something that happened to me with one of my first followers.
yeah,
He was, I thought he was my friend, and
yeah, yeah,
he like one time he was like, "Bro, I need money for this, and it's an emergency." And it doesn't matter.
yeah,
It doesn't matter if it was like $100, $1,000, or $5 or $50, whatever it was. Okay, it
mm,
was money, and I was like, "I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it."
yeah,
But
yeah,
then this guy, which by the way, he's the main reason I started playing the Rumble Arena remake. Uh,
yeah,
it was because of him. But then
yeah,
he started asking for money every time he could. Like, hey, I need money for this.
yeah,
Hey, it's gonna be my birthday. Hey, what you gonna give me? Like, bro, come on. Like that's not a friendship. Like, I could give you the money, but
yeah,
that's not the point about it.
yeah.
And
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
I remember we got into a point when where we used to I gave him my Steam family account or whatever, and
Yeah,
a couple, I don't know if it was this year or last year, but they did like a region lock where you cannot share your Steam account with someone that's not from the same country.
yeah. They did that recently. Yeah,
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't even know that happened, and he was like, "You're a
yeah,
liar. Why did you do that to me?" And
yeah,
I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know." Like, it wasn't up to me, and I even gave him like the new password and everything. It
yeah,
didn't work, and he's actually in some of my not mine, but some of the communities with in the WhatsApp app.
yeah,
And I don't care if you want to bully me. I don't care if you want to be an asshole with me, because bro, that's internet. That's how it goes.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
care. But
Yeah,
he started messing up with my family, and when you cross that line, that's a no.
yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
huge
Definitely,
no.
definitely.
And
Yeah,
he
definitely.
he's in one of the communities I get along with. I'm not gonna say which community, but they
Yeah,
know. And if I talk to the how do you say it, the mods in the community,
yeah,
I would be able to tell them, hey bro, I need this guy out because he's
yeah,
doing
yeah,
this
yeah,
and that. And I didn't.
yeah,
And I didn't because I know he loves Digimon. But at the same time, I just said, you know what? This is what's going on. You guys know me. We did some stuff before, and I don't want to have any trouble. But this is my POV, so do whatever you have to do. And
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
my point with this is that YouTube or any other social media, you're gonna find a lot of people that's just complicated to deal with.
yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah, but I'm that type of person that if I find that you either live for the drama or you're that type of person, I kind of cut you out. I'll just stop talking. Like I'll just stop talking to you. Um, or if I see that you're a liar, like I mentioned this guy that I done on my older channel. I did a couple collabs with him, and we were kind of close. You know, there was just too much two faced business, and I'm not that type of person. You know, like where I'm from and the area I'm from, like being a snake
No, hell no.
is massively frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? We just don't deal with that business. So I'll just cut to these people off. You know, like I just won't talk to them anymore. I won't interact with them anymore because I don't want to be involved with that. You know, I just want to have a nice, peaceful journey, interact with the good people of the Digimon community, and I don't want no dramas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
this guy would tell his audience that use my platform, you know, to make your platform better, and then come to me in the DMs and say, "Oh, why is this guy doing this? And why is this guy?" And I'll say to him, "Because you told him to." You know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to make drama where it shouldn't be. And I was a mod in his server at one point, and he'll come to me and he'll make me do these things, and I was just and eventually when I saw the two face of him, the full two face of him, I was like, I gotta get rid of this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, I couldn't handle that. And I just want to get away from that drum. Even you see now I'm very quiet when it comes to Discord. Because that's where most of it happens, you know?
yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I'm that type of guy that I try to not get involved with the dramas, and if you got that type of issue with you, I'll just kind of like distance myself. You know, we got our own problems. Three kids, wife. I don't need to be dealing with it online as well,
Exactly.
you know?
Yes. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I mean, for YouTube, that could be the easy bet, because
Mm,
that sells. But
yeah,
when you're a grown ass man, when you have your responsibilities, and when you have shit in
yeah,
your head, and real
yeah,
problems to deal with, not
yeah,
internet drama, bro, fuck
yeah.
off. Honestly, fuck off.
Exactly. It's just I can't be bothered dealing with that. It's just not. This community is like I'm gonna say honestly, it's 96% brilliant. Yeah, but you get certain people like you're just like I need to stop talking to this person or I need to stop interacting with this person because either they think they're too high and mighty because they've done a couple things in the community, or they're just too drama. Like they're just it's like they're fueled with drama, so I just can't be bothered with it.
Oh man. Well, that's YouTube, I
Yeah.
guess. But just
It's not just YouTube, it's just like
social
social
media.
media in general. Yeah, yeah, in general. I mean, you know about TikTok. That's the worst place at the
I
moment.
barely use TikTok. I barely use that shit.
Oh my days.
I don't.
That's probably
I
if you
haven't, but
if you go to anime there, that's probably the most toxic place you can see in the whole of social media when it comes to anime.
no shit.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, I'm glad I know, because if I barely use that now, I'm not gonna use it. Trust me. I mean, I'm glad I could have one so I could reach to you, but
Yeah, yeah.
other than that, I barely post anything there. I don't really care. I actually open one just to follow my favorite YouTuber because he opened
Yeah.
one. But
Okay.
other than that, it's just like, nah,
Yeah, exactly,
nah,
exactly.
not for me, bro.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh
It's
man.
still it's like TikTok is still in his wild wild west era. Like a long time ago how
Ooh.
YouTube was.
Or
Yeah.
even Facebook, bro. Don't make me start with Facebook back in the day because
Oh
that
my,
was a
yeah.
whole different thing.
Exactly. I know we was like young when all this stuff started, you know what I'm saying? It was like just crazy, man.
It was nuts.
I mean, Digimon is not my first thing on YouTube. I used to do a lot of YouTube stuff before.
Oh,
Even when my wife came, I did a channel with her, and now she's got her own channel. But yeah, I wasn't originally Digimon on or anime on YouTube. I was very generic and did like I did do a couple like anime music videos and stuff like that. And a very long time ago, we used to do this thing where in our school, and it was like called Happy Slap TV. So I've been on YouTube for a while now, but yeah. when I actually started Digimon, the Digimon channel was when I started watching Digital Dream 09. Like he kind of opened up like a whole different era of Digimon YouTubers, like DigiTubers.
Yes.
That's There's so much to do when it comes to Digimon. Whereas he would do vlogs. He would do. I think he's the original guy that did Digimon vlogs.
Yeah,
Um,
he's one of the main pillars for the Digimon community in the English speaking audience, pretty much.
yeah,
And
definitely 100%. And he kind of like opened it up for a lot of people to start making content.
yeah, he's actually one of the reasons I have my channel. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He gave me a lot. I had my ideas like ET. I told you about ET Land. She kind of got me into like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can do videos of just me showing my hands and playing with devices. But then I was like, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying for Digimon content in itself. And then when I got into Digital Dream Online, I was like, wow, this guy does a lot when it comes to Digimon. And there's this, he just opened up a whole, a complete new paths for any Digimon YouTuber. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree. Honestly, I agree.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, okay, bro, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is gonna be in the video. I enjoy your company. I enjoy your POV.
yeah.
Um, so hopefully, in the future, you would be part of the tournament I told you about. Um,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome. I'm gonna tell you in advance. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely join that, man. If it definitely coming from you,
No, I got you.
I'll update my Shoutmon deck and I'll get in on that. Definitely.
Don't spoil your decks.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a couple more decks. Don't worry.
Nice.
But I will update my decks and then I'll definitely be joining that.
No, we're gonna definitely be in touch for that. It's
Yeah,
my dream as a YouTube channel. Of course, I would love to live out of YouTube. Yes, but the main goal I have is to make the Digimon community join together. That's what I want. That's the description in my channel, and that's how my channel started. Well, other than the vital bracelet, but hopefully one day, whether my channel grows or not, I want to say I tried and I bond the Digimon community, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best because I think we as a community we have to fight against evil Bandai that fucks up with Digimon and Toei as well. But and I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. Like, I'm grateful with both Bandai and Toei somehow, but I'm not a kid anymore, and I'm well aware of how they run things on their end. Y se acabó. Volvió. Hola.
hello. Yeah,
Hey,
hola.
dale. Okay, so I was just double checking. That's
I think connection went. I'm not sure how.
no, you're
Maybe
good.
my Wi-Fi.
No, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I mean,
You can start that segment again if you want.
okay. So Digimon community, let's all become
Yeah,
friends and become one big heart and become the big dreamer together. Some shit like that. I don't care. I mean, the ones who know, and I really hope
yeah,
one
definitely.
day we can all be together as one big community because for what I saw in past interviews, there's a lot of Digimon fans. There's so much talent, so much that deserve to be
Yeah,
heard, and I want to be, I want to be, I want to be a part of it. And I want all of us as a community, both, all of us. Like, I know I just speak English and Spanish. Hola, mama. Yeah, but I wish we could make a really solid community, and we'll see what happens one day. But we'll see.
I mean, to be honest, the language is a minor barrier. It's not a massive barrier because I grew up with people that didn't speak English as well. So I think it's more of the love for what we got is what bring us together more than the language itself. If you know what I'm saying, that's a very minor barrier in my opinion.
And you are not wrong, because you are not the
Yeah.
first person that's telling me this.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that there's more than one that thinks that way.
Yeah.
So I'm a lazy motherfucker, okay? So fuck off, all of you. No, mentira. I'm just joking. No, I'm not joking. Bro, I have to fucking translate all of this. So to finish the interview, which beepad would you recommend for first timers?
First timers, probably now that the colors come out, I'll say Digimon Color. But if you can't get one, then DMX would be the next choice.
Or, man, you are so wise.
Thanks.
No, you are, because
Yeah,
I think the same.
yeah, because before the Digimon Color, I used to say to people, DMX, start with the DMX, you would love it. It's got a lot of features, but now you got the colors out. I would say start with the Digimon Color, and if you can't get that, then start with a DMX because DMXs are in English as well and pretty easy to obtain.
It is, but but
Yeah,
at the same time, it's more expensive than NEX. So I think it depends whether you can buy it or not.
yeah, exactly. But they're the two devices I do think if someone wants to get into it, grab one of them two first.
I agree. Alrighty, brother. Would you like to say anything else before we end the interview slash
Uh,
podcast slash whatever whatever we did?
no, just thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you
Anytime, anytime.
had me in your mind. You had me in your mind for an interview. So yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate that. And I'll you owe me a collab as well. So I'll bring
Let
you
me
onto
know.
my channel as well.
Let me know whenever you want. Alrighty,
Yeah,
so
definitely. I work a lot, so I work a lot. So, but I will definitely bring you onto my channel. So,
I got your
yeah,
back. Just let me know. Alrighty, so
yeah, definitely, bro.
bueno, gente, gracias por acompañarnos, gracias por haber llegado al final, supongo. Así que si hablan inglés, síganlo. Tiene bípedes de puta madre, así que me cago en Dios. Así estoy muy seguro de que si pueden contactar o dejar algún comentario, les va a echar una mano que se cagan. Y pues nada, gente, nos vemos en la próxima. Chao, cheras, gente. Chao. Bye.
See you later.